What's up everybody, my name is Sharkhead and welcome back to Lawbreakers. Today I'll be talking about the Wraith class and giving you guys some tips on how to play him more effectively. Let's get started. Right now, the Wraith is probably my favorite class to play in Lawbreakers. See, every single class in this game has their own style of combat and movement that's unique to that class. But right now, the Wraith is my favorite class because there's just so much you can do with him. If you're on solid ground, you can just slide around either to dodge enemy fire or to slide directly into people and do damage to them. Or if you feel like being more airborne, you can just flip in the air several times. His weapons are a combination of a short sword, which he stabs with his alt fire, and also his SMG, which he uses for a primary fire weapon, and it does really good damage at close to medium range. He can even use the blade of his short sword as a bomb by firing it out of the hilt and then shooting at it to blow it up, which is pretty weird, but it's really effective. And his ultimate ability is a purple thing that he fires and slows down whoever gets touched by it. It's a lot to take in all at once, so take your time, learn every single thing individually, and then try to combine all of it into one cohesive playstyle. So the first big tip I have to give you is to use your alt fire for movement as well as attacking, because you can have it up like almost every other second. What this does is, not only does it stab forward with his short sword, but it also makes you dash forward a little bit, and in zero grav, it speeds you up. It makes you gap close real quick, so you can use that to your advantage, and especially if you're trying to get away from someone, you could use this in zero grav to just float away, or even if you're not in zero grav and you're just on normal gravity situations, you could just use it to dash forward and gain a little speed as you're trying to get around places. Remember, your alt fire doesn't really have an ability cooldown. Maybe it has like a delay of maybe 1 second, that's about it. You can use it as much as you want, and you should, because it will help out your movement a lot. Right now, Wraith is so agile that I've done entire matches where I've only ever used his alt fire and still managed to do, I wouldn't do like phenomenally well, because it's not especially overpowered, but it does allow me to move around really quickly, and also allows me to do a bit of stab here and there whenever the opportunity arises. I'm not going to be able to charge up to someone and stab them while they see me, because their aim's not going to be that bad, but if someone is fighting someone else and I have an opportunity, I'll take it. So abuse that ability as much as possible, because honestly, think of it this way, right? In comparison, the assassin has only 3 dashes, and those dashes aren't a constant cooldown process, but you're only on like a 1 second delay, 1.5 seconds at worst per dash. So you have a huge advantage here, because the truth is you can gap close better than an assassin gap closes. So go ahead and take full advantage of that. The next tip I got for you also has to do with movement, and it's about getting from a gravity area to a zero gravity area. I might be beating a bit of a dead horse right now, but honestly, I want to stress yet again that speed as a Wraith is everything. So if you're coming out the gate, going from gravity to zero gravity, just floating slowly like a dead duck, you're gonna be a dead duck. Because at that moment, all your enemies are gonna be firing at you while you're floating in zero grav, and because you have no momentum, you're just gonna die real quick. So what I recommend you do is instead, you can use your alt fire to give you a little boost into the zero gravity location, or you can actually use your sliding ability and then combine that with your alt fire to give you even more momentum if you need it. Now remember what I said before about the alt fire being a great way to move around? Well, it helps you move around really well in zero gravity, more so than maybe any other class. Like, you don't need to shoot behind yourself and waste ammo like everybody else does. All you gotta do is right click, and if you're looking there, you're going there. Alright, so the next tip is very much common sense, but I have to say it, you know, there are people who need this tip. Look at your ammo counter before you attack someone, because this SMG fires really quickly, and it does pretty decent damage at mid-range, but the thing is, you gotta make sure that you have enough ammunition to do it. Don't fire at someone, don't try to engage someone with 1 round in your magazine, because I've been guilty of it, everyone's guilty of it at some point. Sometimes we get a little too focused on a fight and we're not sure if we have enough ammo, and we decide to bet against the house, and we lose. That's just the way things are. But honestly, the best practice is before every single fight, or before every single engagement that you know is going to happen, look at your ammo count, make sure that you have enough ammo, because you're supposed to have a maximum of around 25 rounds per magazine, so check that, make sure that's there, and then you can engage. Finally, my last tip to you to wrap up this very short but effective video is to use the sliding melee combo when you're playing Wraith, and this is best used on enemies that are unaware of you, are like distracted, or they're trying to get from point A to point B and don't know that you're even there. So the reason why you do this is so that you can get out a lot of damage damage output before they even notice and respond to you. So this is actually really cool. So what you do is when you see them, you slide right into them so that you do damage as soon as you make contact, and then you follow that up immediately with an alt fire short sword dash so that you gap close even more and hit them with the short sword, and then immediately follow that up with your melee kick that every single character has. And then from there, you pull out your fully loaded SMG and spray center mass at point blank range until they're dead. So the whole process again is slide, alt fire, kick, and then spray with your primary gun. Of course, how effective this actually is depends on you. So for instance, if there are 5 enemies surrounding you and you try to do this combo, you're probably going to get killed before you can even do the spray down. So remember to use your brain and play smart. Alright, and that will be the video. I learned a lot from playing Wraith, and I hope these tips help you. If they do, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and bell button, and feel free to check out my Discord server in the link below. Thanks for watching, rock steady, and stay classy.